Hi, I'm Adrian. Welcome back to Premium Logic Lab. The January CPI report just dropped. Inflation came in at 2.4% year over year. That's down from 2.7% in December. And it's the lowest reading we've seen since May. So naturally, everyone's asking, what does this mean? Are rate cuts coming? Is inflation finally beaten? Should I change my portfolio? Let's break it down. First, the number itself. 2.4% was slightly below what economists expected. That's a good sign. It means prices are still rising, but the pace is slowing. Now, most people hear inflation is falling and think prices are going down. They're not. Prices are still going up. They're just going up slower than before. That's an important distinction. Your groceries aren't getting cheaper. They're just not getting more expensive as fast. Second, let's talk about what's actually driving this number. Tariffs pushed prices higher earlier this year, but economists from J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, Oxford Economics are all saying the same thing. Tariff-driven inflation is fading. We're closer to the end of that pressure than the beginning. Meanwhile, shelter costs, which make up a huge portion of the CPI, are distorted right now. During the government shutdown in October, the Bureau of Labor Statistics couldn't collect data for most items. So they assumed no change. That's created an artificial downward bias in the numbers. What does that mean for you? It means the real inflation picture might be slightly higher than what the headline says. Not dramatically, but enough to matter. Third, and this is the part that affects your money directly, the Fed. The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady at their last meeting. Before that, they'd cut rates 3 times in a row. They paused because they weren't confident inflation was done falling. This report gives them some encouragement, but not enough to rush into another cut. Most economists expect the next rate cut sometime this summer. Not next month, not in March. Summer. So if you're waiting for lower mortgage rates, lower borrowing costs, or a more favorable environment for risk assets, patience. The direction is right. The timeline is slower than people want. Now, here's where most people go wrong with inflation data. They overreact, they see a good CPI number and think it's time to go all in on growth stocks, or they see a bad one and panic sell. The truth is, 1 month's CPI reading doesn't change the trend. It confirms or denies what's already happening. And what's already happening is this. Inflation is slowly coming down, but it's sticky. It's not crashing to 2%. It's grinding there. For traders, this means the environment hasn't changed. You're still in a market that's data dependent. Every jobs report, every CPI print, every Fed statement, they all matter. But none of them individually should be the reason you change your entire strategy. For investors, the message is simpler. Stay the course. Don't try to time rate cuts. The people who do usually get it wrong. Here's what I'd focus on right now. If you're holding cash, this report doesn't change much. Rates are still elevated. Your savings are still earning decent returns. No rush to deploy everything. If you're in equities, the slow grind toward lower inflation is supportive. But don't expect a straight line. There will be months where CPI ticks back up. That's normal. If you're watching housing, this is mildly positive. Lower inflation supports lower rates eventually. But the housing recovery is going to be slow. Affordability doesn't fix itself in 1 quarter. The bottom line is this. Inflation is moving in the right direction. The Fed is watching and waiting. Rate cuts are coming, but not tomorrow. Your job isn't to predict the exact month. Your job is to be positioned for the trend. And the trend is your friend right now. Don't let one data point make you emotional. Stay with your process. Stay patient. Thanks for being here.